Hello, welcome back to 30 Days of Mania, WrestleMania 17. Yes, as you can hear, Disturbed singing the theme song of Stone Cold Steve Austin win the WWF title yet again. We watched, what did we watch actually?
Watched him.
Oh yeah.
And
Undertaker. We skimmed through Shane versus Vince. We just watched the highlights of that. It's a fun match, but I've definitely shown it to Connie before.
Yeah.
And I've seen it plenty of times before, so we just watched the elbow drop through the table, crazy, and the Van Terminator with the trash can.
And the mom.
Yeah, and Linda's standing up, which always gets such a massive reaction.
Vince
in the family jewels. And so yeah.
Since he doesn't need him anymore.
So it was a really entertaining match. Then the first proper match we watched was TLC 2, Edge and Christian versus the Hardys versus the Dudleys yet again.
Deja vu!
In the second TLC match, Connie was not impressed. She was like, "They've done this. This is the same match."
No, it's not the same. It's just. It was a tables and ladders match, or just ladders.
Oh, they just added chairs.
Yeah. Well, when I said, "Hang on, they've done this match," and he's like, "No, they added chairs."
I didn't say that. I said there's a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Ooh, chairs! I didn't see much chairs.
We shouldn't be making that kind of noise. Yeah.
But they're great together,
yeah.
so it's fine.
Brilliant match. They take it.
I would be fine with just Hardy.
They take it too far in this match, to the point where it was never topped. I don't think. I mean, there's been some great ladder matches, but crazy bumps, especially Edge spearing Jeff off the belts. It's a massive bump. And yeah, they just take it to a whole nother level with TLC 2. Really great match. And then we watched Undertaker versus Triple H, the first of their little trilogy. What?
I just can't remember it now.
So one where Undertaker's just
We're doing 2 in a row here, so I'm getting all mixed up.
Yeah, that's because you didn't want to do the review straight after this time, because we watched this late. Undertaker Triple H, I was really looking forward to it at the time. It did not disappoint. It's a good match, but as you pointed out, and I never really thought about this, Undertaker just dominates Triple H pretty much the whole match. There's a little bit of a... there's no comeback for Triple... Not that Triple H is the face, but, it's mainly Undertaker giving Triple H a beating. And it is suitable to the feud, I guess, but one thing I don't like about the match is that they went onto the scaffolding in the crowd. And I love the visual of that. I thought it was great. It was a really cool moment. Chokeslam Triple H off the scaffold. Oh, that was great. And then you see him on the little padded platform they put there, and he's like, writhing in pain. And it's like, you can.
It's like landing on
a cloud.
Yeah.
And you can tell it was just like really wasn't painful at all. And then Undertaker does an elbow drop, and you just see like the black thing covering it flap up, and it just kind of bounce. Well, it doesn't bounce, but you can see him sink into it, and it just kind of ruins the illusion a little.
Yeah.
And the referee was down for like 20 minutes or however long it was.
He was out for the whole time they were out there, and when he comes back, I'm like, really? Still? He took a break. He probably had a nap when he was there. Probably fell asleep. If I was going to lie down for that long, without moving, to make sure that the crowd didn't see me moving, I would fall asleep, because he probably did it before. And they do this at every WrestleMania. Half the matches we watch, and we don't watch every match at every WrestleMania, but we watch a few.
Yeah, fair enough.
They knock the referee out. It's getting old.
Yeah, Connie's getting exasperated with it, but you have to.
I'm surprised they didn't do it.
You have to deal with it, because it's what happens. It's wrestling. It's like saying, "Oh God, he's covering him for a 3 count there." I've seen that before. It's the bread.
Oh, someone kicking out of him.
It's the bread and butter of wrestling. Ref bumps and that kind of stuff. Just adds to the drama and the excitement of the match. Right. So yeah, Undertaker and Triple H. I like the match. I think it's great, but not perfect. It's just that one thing really is a slight niggle for me. And you also pointed out as well, what was the point in Undertaker blading in that match? Because he blades like about 30 seconds before he wins the match, and I have to kind of agree. It's like almost but it adds to realism, I guess, which is what it's all about. So Undertaker Triple H, and then finally we have The Rock and Stone Cold. The theme of that match was, this song "My Way" by Limp Bizkit, and this song always reminds me of WrestleMania. Always reminds me of Austin and Rock. Just one of the best feuds ever. Those two were just perfect for each other. As I said in the WrestleMania 15 video, this one just took it even bigger and better. You know, people say this is the best match Rock and Austin had. Probably is, but I prefer the 19 match. But it's just so intense, so just full of drama, and the crowd are into it. Austin is so over in his home state of Texas. The Rock is over as well, and so it was a great kind of meeting of these two icons. Well, future icons, I guess. I mean, they're both pretty big at this point, but now they're like proper legends. And what do you think of the match, Rock and Austin?
You're gonna have to go into detail about it because I'm thinking about the Hulk now.
Don't okay. It was a great match, you know, both guys bleeding and, you know, putting each other in sloppy sharpshooters and
then you saying that The Rock doesn't really bleed well, and then he does that. They keep swapping. It's like, okay, you do the leg thing and then I do the leg thing.
They put each other in sharpshooters, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the names. Alright? Anyways, and then when Rock was doing the thing, he was properly pushing all the blood out of his head, because then all of a sudden...
Proper streaming.
Yeah, but I don't know how Stone Cold even walks afterwards, because it's just puddles.
Wasn't as much as WrestleMania 13 with Brett, but it was still.
It seemed like
quite a lot.
The same amount. I think he was bleeding for a lot longer this time. Just never stops. How many stitches has he had?
A lot.
And I think his bald head kind of, you know, makes it worse. It's like Ric Flair when he blades, because his hair goes from yellowish white to bright red. It's disturbing.
So Austin Rock, great intensity, awesome match. Just another thing I want to mention in this video is everyone talks about WrestleMania 17. They say it's the best WrestleMania ever, the best pay-per-view ever. I'd say it's up there. In fact, it probably is, but my favourite WrestleMania is not this one. I'll tell you what it is when we get to it. But it is.
I was going to say it then.
It's my second favourite though, I think. It's just brilliant, And again, this is when I was, I'd been a huge wrestling fan for a couple of years before this, so this was like the first... Actually, this was the first WrestleMania that I was kind of cognizant of and I was like looking forward to, and as I mentioned in the last video, WrestleMania 16 or WrestleMania 2000 was the first WrestleMania I saw, and I watched it on video after it happened. I remember hearing about it the day after in school, but this one I was looking forward to, and then it happened, and the next day in school everyone was talking about it, and my mate had taped it for me. I was so excited to get home and watch that tape, and I didn't want to know who won and stuff like that. Actually, I'll just throw in an extra little story. I remember, I think I was outside a science class, and someone was like, Big Show and Kane gave each other a double chokeslam through a brick wall. And I was imagining them like flying through the air through like a literal brick wall, and what it is they were just choking each other, and they just kind of walk into a plaster wall which just folds away. And it was just like, I was so disappointed. I thought it was going to be amazing, but that was my disappointment at WrestleMania 17. But everything else, I love that match as well. The hardcore match is a fun little match, but so WrestleMania 17, awesome stuff. Anything else you want to add?
Was this where the opening song was? Those people, the band?
No, there was no opening song on this.
No, but
it's the next one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But this is this opened with like a we always watched the WrestleMania intro video, and this one was a bit. It was like people around the world watching WrestleMania on like TV, like on TV on their phones, and like and all this kind of like Japanese people like, oh yes, Yokozuna, WrestleMania 9, and then it was like WrestleMania, a celebration of life, and there was like these, I don't know, Asian people, I don't know what they were, Muslims, in like these red dress robes in the middle of this.
Asian people or Muslims.
Oh, that was really offensive. I know.
No, that was some people.
Some kind of people from that side of the world. I couldn't even see their faces, so I'm just assuming they had these red kind of robes on in the middle of this desert that could have been in Africa or I don't know where it was, with this one tree.
So
okay, right, forget it.
Now it's Africa. And
I've embarrassed myself. Carrying on, they got like a TV or something, and they're like dancing around it and stuff, and it's like a celebration of life.
It's like
just
a tribe.
Yeah, well, it's not a tribe. They were wearing robes. It looked like. I I'm not educated on other religions and cultures in that sense, so I don't know what it was, what you call it. There were girls in my school who wore those things, but I don't know what they are. And we'll end it with that. Thank you for watching.
It's like a Ricky Gervais podcast. It's like Carl.
What?
Girls in school were wearing these things, and I don't know what they are. We'll leave it at that. Okay, bye. Bye.